Yes, it has been started. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I am also good. So, ma'am, today we are first time meeting. Tell me something about yourself.
Sure, I would love to. And thank you so much for giving me this chance. So, yeah, hello everyone. I'm Yasmin Parween. I'm basically from Bihar and I'm working as an English teacher by profession. Apart from this, I'm running a YouTube channel. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to read self-help book and talking with the people about mindset and self-growth. That's all about me. Yeah. So what about you? Would you please introduce yourself?
Definitely. Thank you for asking me. I am Pinki Debnath. I live in West Bengal. I have done my graduation in geography honors, and simultaneously that time also I completed 1 year computer course, and 1 year from I start my UPSC preparation and talk about my hobbies, reading books and listening music. That's all about me.
Wow, that's really amazing introduction. So still you are doing preparation of UPSC, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So how's it going on?
yeah, my preparation going is good.
Okay. So how are you able to manage everything? Like you are also a YouTuber, then a study, and you might have some household works, everything, right? So how do you manage everything?
Sorry, can you repeat?
No, I said you are also a YouTuber, right? And you are doing preparation of UPSC, and as well as you might have some household work as well. So how do you manage everything? You don't have to do household work?
No, ma'am, because everything my mom is did, and just my mom is doing everything. I know anything. I don't do household chores and anything. I just only focus my study, and I just start recently my YouTube channel.
Okay, that's really amazing.
Yes, ma'am,
So what's
and
your hobby? Yeah.
my hobby is listening music, reading books, these two things, and also when I had school time, that time also one hobby just I had. This hobby is dancing. I love dancing also, but nowadays it is not. I don't do this reason. These two things: reading books and listening music.
Okay, that's amazing.
For channel,
Sorry?
when you start your YouTube channel,
Actually, just 3 months back. Am I audible?
okay, can you repeat? Just your voice something breaking.
Yeah. I was saying I just started my channel just 3 months back. Yeah.
So which type of videos you uploaded on your channel?
I upload conversation videos and as well as I make some videos about making habits, setting a goal, like that.
Wow, amazing. And
Okay.
why language?
I'm sorry, your voice is breaking up.
Okay, I saying why you learning English?
Actually, this I'm learning English. I am passionate about this language. I want to. If I'm thinking like if I learn this language, I'll be able to connect with the people, the person who doesn't know how to speak English, and as well as my there was some other I can say reason as well behind learning this language. But now I can say I really enjoy this language. And before, I can say 2 years back, while I was learning this language, there was a purpose. But now I'm enjoying learning this language. I love to teach to the people, like to the student. So I think in my surrounding there was no any institute for spoken English. So I was thinking if I learn this language, so I'll be able to open my own institute for spoken English. So yeah, that's why I'm learning this language.
Amazing. And English is global language. So one time you can learn, so it is very, very helpful.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
what is your mother tongue? Hindi?
Mathli. No, we speak Mathli.
And my mother tongue is Bengali, but we can't just speak English, so we don't connect to each other. So English is very beautiful language because it is very helpful.
Exactly.
Different states we are connecting each other and speak something. We are also understand the same.
Exactly. So I have a question for you. Like, what makes you feel happy?
Sorry.
I said, what makes you feel happy? Is there anything that you like to do?
Yeah, I love reading books. So when I
Okay.
and another you can say I when I listening music that time I am happy feel. When I most of the many times I with my talk to my mom. That time also I happy feel.
Okay, so what kinds of books do you like to read?
I mostly read motivational. You can say not nowadays. I don't read book because nowadays I just busy my preparation. UPSC preparation. This season nowadays I don't read because but I love to motivational book and also self improvement book and mainly I have a one plan. I read when I clear this exam. Then I try to read many books like APJ Abdul Kalam sir her biography. So his biography is very amazing. So I want to read and Sudha Murthy ma'am, you can say. She is very positive lady and her book is everything is very good thing have. You just one time read you so many things you can learn. So I also try this kind of book read.
Okay, so how many books you have read so far?
Now not now any book especially, but I just try nowadays when I get free time I try to on YouTube many motivational books. You can say motivational story. I mostly I listen this time.
Okay. That's
Ma'am,
great. Yeah. Sorry?
I saying which kind of book mainly you read? You told me you
I
self.
did. Yes, I read self-help books. Like in self-help books, it's like I can say the kinds of book you read now. It's like on personality. How can we upgrade our personality? Like making a habit. Like firstly, I was going through a lot about how do I make my habit. So I started reading book from Atomic Habits. It is really very wonderful book. Then I have read Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Subconscious Mind, and The Power of Discipline, right? So these are the books I really like. Like it's really helps us to upgrade our personality. So yeah, these kinds of book I really like to read.
Ma'am, I also heard this kind of a book, and I also want to read this kind of book.
Yeah, because these kinds of books are really very helpful. And
Yeah,
we are able to understand, I think reading book is extremely important for everyone because this is the main source where we can get the knowledge, right?
it's very,
But the thing is that, yeah.
it is also very helpful. Our personality change, and you can say how much book you read. It is very helpful. Collecting our knowledge and increase our knowledge. You can say.
Exactly. But the most important thing is that implement it. If I do read the book and if I don't implement it, there is no use of reading that book, right? So if I make my mindset today, I'll read 3 chapters or 4 chapters, and if I don't implement that, the thing that I have learned from that book, so there is no use of reading that book, right?
Definitely.
So yeah, so the main purpose should be if I read something at least 2 pages, I should implement it in my life. Then I'll go for the next chapter.
Okay, ma'am. I have one question. When you start
Yeah.
learning this, so what kind of issue mainly you face?
Actually, when I started learning this language, so that time I didn't know about the grammar that much. I was able, even though I was able to make simple sentences, like I had a book, I have a table, like this kinds of thing, I was able to make. But I was not able to make the, I can say, difficult sentences. I didn't know about that much about the tense as well. But I started learning from YouTube channel. And then after when I was thinking, no, I'm able to make the sentences. But the second challenge was how will I speak it? Because I did not have anyone with whom I could do the practice of speaking. So I just did what I did is that every day I was just for at least 10 minutes, I would record myself. Whatever would come in my mind, I would just record it. And if I would do any household works or anything, and even if I'm outside as well, I would just try to think everything in English language. Yeah.
Amazing.
So these are the techniques that really help me to improve my English language. Because in our surrounding, we don't get the environment. We have to create the environment for ourselves.
Definitely. And definitely.
Yeah,
It is very, very helpful, and consistency, one of the most important things, learning anything, I believe.
exactly, exactly.
Take 10 to 15 minutes. It is very, very helpful. Increase your confidence level. You can say so many reduce your hesitation feel, everything. And it is very, very helpful when you talk to each other like video calls do. It is also very helpful. Remove hesitation. And
Exactly, that's really amazing. I was literally, when I was learning this language, I was thinking now I'm able to talk on audio call, but I should have to have someone with whom I could do the practice of speaking on video call. Because you can easily talk to anyone on audio call, but when the time comes to talk on video call, now we feel reluctant. How we are talking, how we are using our hand gesture, our body language, our eye contact, that really matters a lot.
definitely,
Right.
ma'am.
Yeah.
While I start learning this language, last November month from I start learning this language. So this kind of issue I also face, because when I talk to any person like audio call, that time no issue. But when I try to like video call, like you, I try to I can't properly, I can't like eye contact. And while I speaking, sometimes my mind is like hesitation feel also. First of all, when I start. But nowadays, every day I try to practice minimum 20 to 30 minutes, and it is very, very helpful. Increase my confidence level and also remove my hesitation. It is amazing, and it is, you can say, very, very helpful.
Exactly, exactly. That's true. Because I know even if I say about me, and there are lots of learners who say I don't feel comfortable or I don't feel confidence while I'm learning this language and while I'm talking with someone. So I think by doing that anything, not I'm not saying about the English language, by doing anything over and over again, we get the confidence.
Definitely.
Right?
And
Yeah.
you say it is very, very helpful. Increase our confidence level. Every day you can try like mainly what kind of thing you follow learning this language, like listening, reading, writing.
Actually, I love listening. If I say, I literally love listening. So I would try to listen more and more. And likewise, I can say I when I started learning this language now, I started from listening because I think someone had told me like when we learn our mother tongue, right? When we learned our mother tongue, how did we learn? Just by listening, right? In our childhood, we didn't know about the grammar, but still, when we would listen to our family members, we would mimic them, right? And after that, we started learning, speaking a new language, right? So that's why I just also implemented in my life. I started listening more and more. But the thing is that while I was listening, if I would get any words that was totally unfamiliar about with me, so I would just jot it down and I will just try to know what does it means and how can I use in my speaking. So likewise, that time I was able to improve my pronunciation, my vocabulary, and I was able to know that how can I construct the sentences as well. So I always follow listening. Listening is the most important thing I can say, and of course, speaking is it is must because speaking comes from speaking. That is must. Whatever you do, but speaking is must.
Yeah, I also do the same thing. When we start, firstly, I start listening part. because when I when you more and more listen English content, it is very helpful in our pronunciation, our increase our vocab also listening part, and then I start speaking. After 1 week or 2 weeks, I start also speaking, simultaneously listening and speaking. Uh, some, you know,
I'm sorry, your voice is breaking up.
your side something noise,
Yeah,
any
actually,
sound.
I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, yeah, actually, my house is near a railway station, no? So I think that might be, yeah. Now, is it okay?
Now,
Okay, yeah.
and I also try firstly I focus, and then simultaneously I also start my vocabulary. I try to increase because here also and I also try to I also read newspaper, so I try to new what any what I find, so I write down, and I also searching on Google, and I find what kind of meaning I search, and I while I speaking that this way we can learn many words but we can't use, and this kind of reason we can't also while I speaking we can't use, so this reason we forgot also many times.
Yes, exactly. So how do you do the practice of speaking English?
Can you repeat?
I said, how would you do the practice of speaking English?
I mainly practice like through video calling nowadays. Before I, you can say before November month from till February, I just practice with myself, like recording my videos, whatever came in my mind have any thought, I just express in English. Whatever something on my had that time, I try to express in English. And just past March form, I try to like video calling. Uh, I try to 1 to 2 person every day, like 20 minutes speaking practice. Like this way, I continue my practice.
Okay, so what all the challenges did you had to face while you were learning this language?
Nowadays,
Yeah.
yeah, because one challenge have this thing is my vocab is limited. I nowadays I enhance my vocabulary, and I try to my grammar part something weak. I try to it is improving because grammar part also equally important. You can say when you speak you can say perfect way. So grammar also very important. So this is
Exactly.
my grammar part and increase my vocabulary. These two things. And
Okay, that's good.
nowadays
Sorry, what did you say?
I saying what kind of issue you face learning this language nowadays? Like
Actually, to be honestly, nowadays I'm not facing any sort of vocabulary. I'm sorry, any sort of problem because I think I am not able to give my 100% now on this language. I don't get much time. But if I say about any problem, so there is no any problem. I think if I work more and more on myself to improve my English, I will definitely improve because I have learned the strategy and everything about English language. How can I do? But the
mm,
thing is that I have time issue.
yeah, practice is only thing. You every day do practice, so you definitely become as early fluent in English speaker. No issue have, I think. So practice is
Exactly, that's absolutely right. Yeah.
so, ma'am. Now ending this session because so this
Yeah,
session
yeah,
so
sure.
something issue have. Okay,
All
ma'am.
right, okay. All right then. Bye. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time.
We can connect again. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. Thank you so much. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.